Hey, what's up, guys? It's Rush with the Healthy Herd, Health Conscious Living by Design. And today I'm out here in Van Alstyne, Texas, with possibly a woman who has one of the coolest names on the planet, Shelley Loving. Shelley Loving is the founder of Shelley Can Help, and she's an integrative nutrition health coach. Shelley, welcome to the Healthy Herd.
Thank you for having me.
Fantastic. It's good to meet you.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
I got to tell you, for the last several months, I've been following you on social media and watching the stuff you're doing in the community. I got to tell you, it's very impressive.
Thank you very much.
Tell me a little bit about what inspired you to become a integrative nutrition health coach?
Well, I've always had a desire to take the best care of myself as I could. And 5 years ago, my husband, at the age of 41, had a massive heart attack. He had 100% blockage, and it changed our lives forever. That was when it catapulted me into changing the way that we eat, and the way that we see food, and the way that we treat food.
Wow, that would do pretty much for anybody.
Yeah.
I'm sure. You know, one of the things I read in your website at shelleycanhelp.com was something to the effect that you eat well, it's a sign of self-respect. Talk to me a little bit about that, what that means.
I believe that you have to take a whole health approach to your life. It's not just what's on your plate.
Okay.
It's how you treat relationships, how much you love your career. How's your spiritual life? Do you work out? And then if all of those things are in place, the food on the plate comes naturally. Because if your life is balanced in those areas, the food comes naturally because you want to have that piece as well. So you eat well and stay healthy.
Okay. I would agree with you. There's something I read where it says, we are not our bodies are nothing without us, or something to that effect. You know, that we
totally agree.
And tell me a little bit about so that happened with your husband. That happened with your husband. Was that the point, or was that the point where you said, I want to become an integrative nutrition health coach?
No.
Or when did it all start?
So after that happened, my husband and I just completely changed our lives. We sold our home. We sold one of our businesses. We bought an RV, and we took 10 months off of life and traveled the whole coast of Florida.
Oh.
For 10 months, I was able to just sit still and think about what I wanted in life. I had never had the opportunity in my life to be selfish. And for 10 months, I really just concentrated on me, what I wanted in life. I sat still and listened. And we came back to Texas, and the Institute for Integrative Nutrition stumbled upon me in front of my face online, and it was a sign. I knew it. And so I took my love for the kitchen, and I married it with my education with this school, and that's how it happened.
Wow, it happens just like that, right? Sometimes where when the sign is there and you just hear maybe the still voice of God in your heart, in your ears, and you go, this is who I'm going to become.
Agreed. I couldn't deny it. When I saw it online, I knew that was my calling, and I knew I had to do something because I just want to help others realize that they can heal themselves through food.
Okay, and now how long have you been serving?
Almost 2 years.
2 years. So tell me, okay, it's 2 years. 2 years has come and gone now, and you're still in it. Is there a point where you said, man, I think I'm pretty good at this? Was there a testimony that you'd like to share about somebody?
Oh, probably my favorite client story that I've had so far. A lady approached me through a referral, and she said, I'm recovering from a tumor that was on my intestines, and it was stage 1, so I didn't have to go through chemo or radiation, but I need to change the way that I eat. I don't want this tumor coming back. I want to live a different life. Will you help me? And I created a plan for her, and I check on her about once a week now. This was a while back, and every time I talk to her, she's trying one of my new recipes. She's feeling better. She sees food differently, and I just gave her the tools she needed to be successful. It's not so much that I am going to be your end-all, be-all. I just give you the tools to change the way that you eat and see food.
Okay. You start the process, I guess, right? You're the facilitator or the vehicle.
Yeah, and the encourager along the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're the vehicle that gets people to the front door.
I am.
And then you're like, hey, I'm gonna pick you up same time tomorrow, and we're gonna get on this. We're gonna go on this ride together.
You're exactly right. I hold them accountable. You know, I have to. Sometimes I'm stern, and sometimes they don't need that. So I just take different approaches with different people.
Okay. And so what are some things? Let's say, give me 3 things that you think someone who wants, that can eat, someone who really needs instantaneously can help themselves through nutrition.
Okay.
Nutrition.
The very first thing is drink more water.
Okay.
I always recommend your goal should be half of your weight in water on a daily basis. You're not always going to get there, but that's an easy number to remember. And I ask people to strive for that number.
Wow. Okay.
The number 2 thing is if you can cut your highly processed foods by about 75% out of your diet, that's going to exponentially change the way your body can react and the way your immune system works and the way your body has the ability to heal.
Okay.
The third thing that I recommend is, as a general easy rule, because I try not to keep anything complicated, eat more fruits and vegetables than any other kind of food.
Okay.
I'm not telling people to be vegetarian. I'm not telling people to be vegan. I am not either one of those. I do agree that you should have more fresh produce on your plate than any other food. Those are the 3 things. If people, because I have people ask me all the time at parties, at family gatherings, Shelley, what can I do?
Right.
Those are my 3 things that I tell people every single time.
Okay, well, I got one of them down. So.
Which one?
The water.
Oh, good.
I actually drink about 280 pounds of water.
It's so important.
A month. So.
That is excellent.
Yeah, I drink a lot of water. But the other stuff, maybe
The processed foods is the hardest one.
That's what I was going to ask you, the processed foods part. How do you know you're having processed foods? What is it? Is it canned food all?
So whenever you're at the grocery store, I tell people, number 1, never be in a hurry. The grocery store should never be a rushed thing, and it should never be an afterthought thing. It should be like your health starts at the grocery store.
Okay.
So 30 minutes at the grocery store. So I tell people every time you pick up a product, flip it over and read the ingredients.
Okay.
Not the nutrition facts, the ingredients.
Okay.
Because if it has 30 ingredients, you probably want to put it back because it's filled with preservatives, chemicals. So in the first 5 ingredients on any food, whether it's a can, a box, a package, the first 5 are the most important.
Okay.
If you don't recognize those first 5 ingredients, put it back on the shelf.
Okay. That's like the tips you just gave are they're very basic. They just
very
seem so
basic.
like, even for me, I'm like going, dude, that's part of the secret. That's probably, I'm gonna start doing that for sure.
So many people are worried about the calories and the carbs.
Okay.
I don't even tell my clients to look at that, because if it's real whole food, it's giving you the nutrients you need. We need carbs, we need calories.
Okay.
You just have to pick the right ones. So I encourage my clients, it's the first thing I tell them, stop reading the nutrition facts, start reading the ingredients.
The ingredients, okay. You hear that, guys? Start reading I needed to take that advice too. For real. Okay, so let's say now that we talked about, just everything we just talked about, what are some hacks? Nutrition can be very expensive. What are some life hacks, I guess, expense-wise, expense life hacks or whatever for nutrition?
Before I answer that, I do want to say that our health is it's an investment.
Okay.
It's not an expense.
Okay.
There are ways to save money, but healthcare is a lot cheaper than sick care. So you should invest your money in prevention and eating really good food, because it's going to save you a lot of money at the doctor's office. So with that being said, one of the things that you can do is don't buy into the gimmicks on the front of the label. If you're at Whole Foods and it's a $10 package of something, it's because it was expensive to make. So you can look right next to it and find the generic brand, flip the ingredients over. If they're the same, go with the generic. So that's one tip that you can do.
Okay.
Another thing, one of my biggest thing is meal planning and meal prep.
Okay.
Can save you a ton of money.
Okay.
You can cook all your protein on Sunday, cook all your vegetables, and then all you have to do is put the meal together during the week. So that saves a lot of money because you can buy in bulk.
Okay.
The other thing, stop eating out.
Stop eating out.
So much. I mean, it's impossible not to eat out. But as a general rule, Monday through Friday, try to eat what you make.
Okay.
It's a lot cheaper to eat what you make than it is to eat out.
Okay.
And you know what you're eating.
Yeah. Man, this is this is awesome. I really like this.
It's basic stuff, you know?
Yeah, it is basic stuff.
I tell people all the time, we just need to get back to the basics of food and what real whole foods really are.
Okay.
It's not complicated.
Speaking of real whole foods and what they really are, today you made us a drink, a superfood drink, right?
I did. It's a green juice.
Well, okay, what's in it?
It's very simple.
Okay. Hey.
So I have a juicer, and it's celery, green apple, cucumber, orange, and then I put my homemade kombucha in it.
Okay, well, let's cheers. Cheers to our first
Yay!
to doing this.
Thanks
let's taste
for having me.
For sure.
Be honest.
That's amazing.
Oh, good.
This is so good.
I'm so glad.
Yeah, I could suck this down, but we still got some,
Exactly.
got some more questions to ask you. Okay, so tell now, part of the Healthy Herd, health conscious living by design is that we believe that a person's living, health conscious life by their design. And you in your social media and everything, Shelley Can Help website, I see that happening. Talk to me a little bit about what Shelley Can Help. What Shelley Can Help does and
Like
everything.
what I offer?
Yeah, what you offer. Yeah.
So I have a few different things. I do one-on-ones for like the client that I told you about. I sit down with people, I find out what their needs are. Sometimes it's weight loss.
Okay.
Sometimes it's chronic disease management. Sometimes they just want to feel better. Some people just want to eat better. Some people want to eat at home more. So I can do a one-on-one. The other thing that I do is I do corporate speaking and corporate events. So let's say they want to have a team building event on location, or I can do lunch and learns. That's very popular right now, where they'll have people come in and during their lunch hour, and I'll do like a deep dive into a certain topic.
Okay.
I also do private kitchen classes. So if somebody's really wanting to eat better and they're overwhelmed, we take a grocery store tour together, so I help them shop.
Oh, that's cool.
Then we go back to their own kitchen, use their own tools, and I sit back and I tell them what to do, and I make them get their hands dirty, because it's a very hands-on activity,
Yeah.
they're more willing to do it. And it's amazing how much people get inspired in their own environment.
Yeah.
It's like they have the empowerment, I can do this. This healthy thing isn't hard.
Right.
That's probably my favorite thing to do.
Right.
Because it's one-on-one, or I'll do group, like I could do a group of 3 or 4 people if they want to do it, like
Yeah, that's
grab
pretty
their
cool.
friends and get in and we can all do it together.
Okay.
That's very popular as well.
Okay. That's like amazing. I mean,
Yeah.
there's a lot of people that struggle, like, especially if you're divorced or you're by yourself, and I hear it all the time where people don't want to cook for themselves, and they really need somebody to help them along the way.
And
So
I
it's-
don't do complicated things.
Yeah.
I keep it very
Sounds like
simple
that,
and
yeah.
obtainable, so people, when I leave their house, they feel like they can do it on their own.
Yeah, big philosophy is what they say. I want you to feel, what you know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly.
So I feel that's
And
what you're saying too.
in the fall, I have a online program coming out where it's self-taught, where I do a 4-part video series,
Yeah.
and people just pay a flat fee, and I guide them through making a shift in their food online, and it's all self-paced, and that's coming out in the fall. It's an 8-week program.
That is so cool. Okay, here's a bonus question here. In this process of you becoming an integrative nutrition coach, tell me how it's blessed your life.
Oh my gosh. Well, number one, I took my husband from 5 heart medications to 1.
Okay.
We have never personally felt better in our lives. We have more energy. We don't go to the doctor anymore. We don't get on prescriptions anymore. So that has been probably selfishly, the number one thing. But number 2, what drives me is to see people light up, and they'll tell me tiny success stories of how I have influenced their life in a positive way when it comes to their health.
Okay.
But what brings me the most joy is it's all through food. It's all things that are in our grocery store and at our farmers markets.
Okay. I can't see how that would not bless you. That's
Yeah.
really cool. I think that's one of the things the energy you put out, it's like what you put in comes out.
I agree.
And I can see it from, when I'm creating video series
Yeah.
and stuff like that, what you put out really, what you put in is really coming out of you. So I'm going to tell you, you're doing a great job in the community. You're inspiring a lot of people to changing lives and helping them to take action in their life, to change and to grow and manifest the things they want for themselves. So
I'm just getting started. I'm starting a movement, so hang on, because I'm coming big.
Okay, so speaking of which, how can people get a hold of you?
The best way is probably online, shelleycanhelp.com, and that's Shelley with an EY. And then on social media is all the same. So Instagram is at Shelley Can Help, and Facebook is at Shelley Can Help as well.
Very cool. Shelley, tell you.
Cheers.
This is so cool. Man, I got to tell you guys, this drink is awesome. I don't know if she sells these, but hey.
Thank you again for coming over.
Thank you very much for having me over.
Yes,
It's a really great place. And if you've never been out to Van Alstyne, Texas, you got to come out for just a drive. Roll down your windows, put on the country music, and have a good time. That's what I did.
Agreed. Come back to my kitchen anytime.
Absolutely. And you have actually, before we wrap up, you have a slogan. what is it?
Putting nutrition back in your kitchen.
Putting nutrition back in your kitchen and what's on your fork,
And
right?
what's on your fork? That's my hashtag.
You need to like patent that thing.
Yeah, my hashtag is what's on your fork. So if you put that on any social media, you'll see all my posts.
Very cool. Guys, fantastic meeting you, Shelley.
Thank you.
Shelley Loving with the cool last name.
Thank you.
Guys, if you're in need of a integrative nutrition coach, Shelley Loving, Shelley Can Help. What's on your fork?
We have one question for you. What's on your fork?
What's on your fork? Yeah. That's it. What's on your fork? Now I'm going to look at my fork every time I take a
You're
bite.
gonna think of me.
Yes. All right, guys, as I always say, have peace and light in you. Remember that the ocean refuses no river.
Agreed.